Are you looking for a way to monetize your AI art creations in a simple and predictable way? Check out this store in Lil Prince. They're already doing 42 weekly sales and they started January 24th, 2023. 172 weekly sales. They have several bestsellers. They have 35 weekly sales started in 2021. There's another store here doing 38 weekly sales, and they all have this one thing in common. They're selling AI art on tapestries. But for the purposes of this video, I'm going to show you how to use Ideogram. It's an absolutely free AI art generation tool. So we're not going to be using Midjourney or DALL-E 3 or anything like that. We're going to be using Ideogram. And guys, if you're curious who I am, my name is Jacob Knowles. I'm not a guru. I do not have a Lamborghini or a $5,000 course. I live in a small town in Missouri with my family, and really I'm looking for a way to have more freedom. Time freedom, location freedom, and financial freedom are really the three things that I'm looking at with everything that I've done. I learned how to sell things online. I've already sold over $1 million worth of products online, so I'm kind of just getting started, but I want to take you along the journey with me, and I'm not your guru. So if you're looking to press a button and make $1 million overnight or $20 billion and retire on a beach tomorrow, you should probably find a different YouTube channel, because that's not me. I can't help you there. Sorry. But as you can see here, really quick, as I'm scrolling through Ideogram, some of these would make really good tapestry designs. Guys, think like spiritual, mystical, even things with like cute humor in it, definitely still. So one reason that tapestries work so well is because more and more people are wanting to decorate their home, decorate their office, living rooms, their space, and make it unique to themselves because they're spending more time there. So tapestries work really well. There are different style types. There are a lot of almost psychedelic, trippy type designs that are definitely working for this seller. This seller has more of a wildflower, almost vintage feel. As you can tell, a lot of their search terms include vintage art, vintage flower. This is actually going to be one of the tapestries that I make here today with you. So there's some really, really cool designs that you can find on Etsy, get some inspiration, but all of these can be created with a free AI art tool. And so if you guys wanted to create your own distinct tapestry art, there are a few things that you can do. You can come over to Ideogram and you can simply type in the prompt, something that you wanted to, maybe something you saw in your research, this mountain tapestry, and you want to kind of create something similar. So you can come back over to Ideogram, and I said an abstract art mountain tapestry. I have my magic prompt on. I have my ratio set to 9:16 because typically for tapestries, they're going to be vertically hanging. If you have a square tapestry that you're going to be listing, that's totally fine as well. You could do a 1x1. And of course, if you had a horizontal tapestry, you could do the 16:9. The model that we're going to choose, this is really important. We want to choose 1.0 as our model, because that's the best one right now. It can even generate text if you're into, that's probably for another video, but if you're doing Amazon merch or you're doing t-shirts, you're doing hoodies, stuff like that, you can definitely generate text with Ideogram 1.0. You're going to leave your visibility on public because you're probably not going to pay for private. If you do want privacy, you can pay for that. Click generate, and then it's going to generate your design. Now, many of you might be wondering, okay, so we can generate the art here on Ideogram, but how do we actually get it onto a tapestry? The great things about the day and age that we live in is that we have this thing called print on demand. If you sign up with a print on demand supplier, you'll actually be able to sell things like tapestries, and you don't actually need to hold any of that inventory. You don't need to buy the tapestries. You don't need to buy equipment to put your design on the tapestries. These suppliers already help us, and the best one on the market that I know of is Printify. Printify has many, many different product options. They're even coming out with coffee and skincare products and different really, really cool, interesting things. There's a link below for Printify. We're going to make this tapestry here in a moment and then actually list it on Etsy, and it really only takes a few minutes. It's super easy and it's free to sign up for Printify. And guys, if you are interested in print on demand e-commerce, I do have a Facebook group specifically for teaching others how to succeed with print on demand e-commerce. We share tips, strategies, and I'm even posting videos that I don't post here on YouTube in that group. So be sure to join the Facebook group. Here's our abstract mountain tapestry, right? The magic prompt, a captivating abstract art piece featuring a vibrant mountain tapestry. One thing that we could have done is maybe not mentioned that we want it specifically to be a tapestry. We could just say abstract art mountain. But honestly, you're going to get more reliable results. So let's try something like the vintage poppy flower and bohemian style sun. And we'll see what kind of generation we get back from this. But there's also another way that you can create designs on Ideogram. You can actually find existing designs that look nice, that are what you're wanting, and then you can remix them into something unique that you can use on your own store. So I encourage you, for example, if you like this first one here, go ahead and download it, go ahead and put it on a tapestry. But then if you want more variations of this design, go ahead and click remix, and it's going to use this as a reference photo. You're gonna have your image weight down here, which is gonna be one of the most important things you pay attention to. So lower this image weight if you want the image to be more unique and different from the original. Raise the image weight if you want it to be very, very, very similar to your reference photo. So this is one way that you can get designs quickly that are similar but different. And then you can fill up your catalog quickly. And as many of you know, with print-on-demand e-commerce, volume is definitely, if you're on Etsy, if you're on Amazon merch, if you're on TeePublic, Teespring, volume is the name of the game. Once you have a design, go ahead and download it, have it on hand, and you will need to upscale your image to make it large enough to fit on this tapestry. So I recommend bigjpeg.com just because it's free. You can upload your image, click start, highest resolution. You can pay for the 8 by 8 times or 16 times, but you'll need to upgrade. So we're just gonna do 4 times, click OK, and then hit start. And then after we hit OK, it's going to start upscaling. From here, it says it's going to take 6 minutes, but I doubt that it takes that long. It will probably be done here in a few seconds. So in order to continue, you will need a Printify account. Pay the $14.60 for this tapestry after you've sold it to a customer on Etsy or Amazon or TikTok Shop, wherever you are selling these designs. So if you're looking to monetize your AI art, guys, it doesn't need to be flower designs, many different things. I'm sure there are many different stores that you can find with successful tapestry designs and styles. Things like horoscopes, astrology, stuff like that's going to do really well. Think of the target demographic of who you're going to be targeting and what they would purchase. Even political tapestries and flags are popular at the moment, so you could have some sort of political designs or US patriotism designs. So guys, like even this, the Cosmic Dragon Wall tapestry, there is a way to monetize your AI art, and you don't need to rely on smaller profit margins, right? You know, you can sell these tapestries and make $15, $20, $30 per sale. So I'm just going to download this upscaled image here. And now that I've got that downloaded, I'm going to put this on my indoor wall tapestry. You do have a couple different options as to which one you can choose. I'm going to choose the one that gives us a better profit margin here. Obviously, if you are looking to have one that's a little bit longer and not quite as square, you could choose the other option. It just costs a couple more dollars. This one here, it looks like it's going to cost us about $15 total if you don't have Printify Premium. With Printify Premium, it's a little cheaper. You don't need to worry about that though. Again, Printify is free. You won't need to pay this until you actually sell your tapestries. So you can click on Start Designing right here, and then you'll be able to select your different sizes. I would recommend selecting at least 3 different sizes. Click Update, and then you're going to upload your photo from your device. And make sure you choose the one that was upscaled so that it's actually large enough to fit these sizes. As you see, sometimes your particular output, it might not be the right dimensions. So you might need to ensure that when you're generating designs on Ideogram, if you need a square image, be sure to choose the 1x1 instead of the 9x16. So be sure that you get the size that you need. But for this video, for demonstration purposes, I'll just go ahead and stretch this on to the tapestry like so. And this should apply to all size tapestries. So it actually says that our resolution is still low. So technically what we would need to do from here is actually put this in another image upscaler, again, to preserve the quality of it and to enhance it and make it larger and big enough to use on these tapestries. But Printify actually has a process that they themselves can use. They have their own AI upscaler that they just released. It's still fairly new, but from what I've seen, they will automatically enhance the quality. You can upscale it one time if you want to, to, just to make the file as big as possible, upload the largest file that you possibly can, but you don't necessarily need to have a high resolution photo because Printify is going to come in here and correct it through their own AI technology. This might be something that you want to test out and make sure that your previews and your final product actually looks the way that you want it to look. So come over to your previews and you can see it in different contexts. So in this case, this is the smallest size. The smallest size is not very large. So let's look at the largest size. And that kind of gives your customer and you some context as to how large and how this will actually look. So that explains the uploader. Once you've got everything lined up, once you've got everything good to go, don't worry about the resolution. Just go ahead and save your product. Okay, so now you're gonna choose your mockups for your tapestry. I want this front thumbnail. I want the first thumbnail to be a front vertical view. So I'm gonna choose this one here. And honestly, I like how it looks with the actual living room background and the mockup. So I'm gonna choose the mockup option that looks the best. And this is what's gonna stand out on Etsy on search results. So for this example, I'm going to be publishing directly to Etsy, but you could easily publish this to Shopify or anywhere else that you're selling. As long as you're signed up for Printify, you'll be able to connect to these marketplaces and sell there. So that's one of the great benefits of signing up with Printify. The title image size, we can go ahead and choose the medium size instead of the largest. I think that looks nice. Actually, I like the largest size. Let's go back to that one. I like this mockup in particular. I think it looks the best. And now you're going to enter in a title. For titles, I always say put your main keyword that you want to rank for first. And also you want this to be readable by humans. You don't want it to just be search terms. So the main keyword might be poppy. Let's go with vintage, poppy, flower, bohemian, sun, tapestry. And then you want to put a comma, and then you want to start adding in supplemental keywords that might help you, and also occasions and events. And if you're struggling to figure out what search terms to go after, you can come over to some of your competitors on Etsy, maybe this one here, and we can look at the tags that they're using. We can kind of see in their title, large wall decor, wall hanging canvas, flower art, tapestry. But if you come down here to the bottom, you'll also see explore related searches. These are actually tags that they've used as well. So there are tags that they're using like flower wall art, botanical wall art, vintage wildflower. So this is just an example. You can refine your title many times once you see your competitors and some of the descriptions that they're using. Also, if you use eRank or Etsy Hunt, you can find keywords and search terms that aren't as popular. But this is going to be how people actually find you. So if you've never sold on these marketplaces before, these search terms and the way that the title reads is going to be one way that people find you. The tags are going to be another way. We'll talk about that in a minute. For the description, almost no one reads the descriptions. You can take some time to add in some keywords, maybe a little bit of description for the customer, but for the most part, I would spend very little time and effort on the description. Your shipping, go ahead and just automatically assign a new shipping profile so that it all gets handled automatically for you. You don't need to set anything up. You don't need to change anything or do anything. And finally here, this is where you're going to set your pricing. So this over here, you can set it by profit, you can set it by profit margin, or you can just set the retail price. What I recommend doing is making sure that you have at least a 40% profit margin, and then come over here to the retail price and go ahead and bump it up to $19.95, bump this up to $34.95, and go ahead and bump this one up to $69.95. So obviously you can mess with these prices a bit more and figure out how you want to structure this, but we would be making a $10 profit on the smallest size, 16 on the middle, and 28 on the largest size. So technically you could lower this price a little bit, probably on the larger size. But one thing that I want you to keep in mind is we're going to be running sales on Etsy. If you want to get more traffic and more conversions, you need to be running a sale. So I'd recommend building that into your profit. Make sure you have some room to run a sale. And then guys, you're going to want to hit hide and store at first so that you can go into Etsy, make a couple more changes. I'll meet you over there in Etsy to show you what you need to do, but hit hide and store and then hit publish. And now, as long as you have Printify and your Etsy store is synced up, your product is going to be sent over to Etsy. And let's say hypothetically, we posted this today and someone came in and bought this, Printify would automatically handle the production, creation, shipping, and everything else in between for this product. So everything happens automatically. It's not like we need to come back here and buy it or like, manually enter in our credit card or something like that. It all just happens automatically because we're running a print-on-demand e-commerce business. Congratulations if this is your first time setting up a product. This is the beginning of a very long journey and a very beautiful journey for you. I'm sure you're gonna enjoy it. I'm sure you're gonna have fun and you're gonna monetize your art. So I'm gonna meet you over in Etsy. I'm gonna show you exactly what to do to get your listing launched. So once you've published from Printify, it'll be in your drafts on Etsy. You can edit this draft and then publish it. And really the main thing you'll look for is maybe adding some more mockups from something like Place It. So you can have some more photos in there if you want. Adjusting your thumbnail to make sure it looks really attractive for anyone that's searching for this product. They're gonna wanna click on your listing and wanna look at it closer. And then your pricing is good to go. Everything else except for your tags should be ready. So for your tags, you can either make sure that you just include the tags that make sense for your design, or you can go to one of your competitors, use something like Etsy Hunt, copy the tags and paste them into your listing and edit the ones that make sense for you. So you could do it that way. Material going to be polyester. The shipping option is going to be 4 to 6. Scratch that. Your shipping option should be good to go. We automatically set that up in Printify. Go ahead and set automatic as your renewal option and hit publish. When you do that, it will be live on Etsy. So now you're going to be able to actually, you're actually going to be able to list this product today, and you could potentially get sales as soon as a few minutes after you launch it. It's not very uncommon for you to launch a product and then start seeing likes and sales almost right away. Be sure to be consistent with this. Don't just list one tapestry. Make sure to, this is going to be your homework, list at least 3 tapestries a day. If you're going to take this seriously and you're going to monetize your art through this method, I would recommend at least 3 tapestries a day. That should get you traffic and sales. Otherwise, guys, let me know what questions you have in the comments. Join the Facebook group for free tutorials. If you need a one-on-one Zoom session with me, you can book that as well. And I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Love you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next tutorial. Bye.